In a dimly lit room, where the only illumination comes from the cold glow of a computer monitor, a figure sits hunched over a desk. The world outside is silent, but inside the air is thick with anticipation and the quiet intensity of late-night work. Shadows flicker across the walls, cast by the shifting light of code scrolling on the screen. The steady hum of cooling fans fills the space, a mechanical heartbeat that keeps the powerful machines alive. Each whirring blade is a reminder of the energy coursing through the circuits, the lifeblood of this digital underworld. There's no cash stacked in piles, no glint of gold bars, and no armed guards patrolling the halls. Instead, the air carries the sharp scent of ozone and hot plastic, a byproduct of electronics pushed to their limits. The faint wisp of smoke rising from a circuit board is the only sign of risk. Here, a man hunches over a circuit board, soldering iron in hand. He's not building a gadget for fun. He's orchestrating the movement of millions, shifting fortunes across the globe, invisible to banks and regulators. Each connection he makes is a potential gateway, a silent transaction that leaves no trace on paper. This is the new face of financial crime, one that's built on silicon and code, not on paper trails or physical evidence. The battleground has shifted from vaults and armored trucks to lines of code and encrypted chips. Vaults are no longer massive steel doors. They're hardware wallets, tiny, cryptographically secure devices that fit in the palm of your hand. These digital safes can hold millions, protected by layers of encryption. The keys to these vaults aren't metal. They're strings of characters, complex passwords hidden on drives or memorized by those who dare to trust their own minds. A single phrase can unlock a fortune or lose it forever. Now, a fortune can cross borders in your pocket, undetected by customs or scanners. A tiny device, no bigger than a thumb, can carry wealth that once required armored cars and secret accounts. The old ways of laundering, briefcases stuffed with cash, shell companies in distant countries, seem almost quaint by comparison. The world has moved on, and so have the criminals. Today, a single skilled operator can convert cash to crypto, mix it through layers of anonymizing services, and store it offline, all without ever revealing their identity. The process is fast, efficient, and nearly impossible to trace. But every device, no matter how secure, has vulnerabilities. Anything built by human hands can be broken by them, too. The arms race between security and exploitation never ends. Hardware hackers like me search for these cracks in the armor. We take apart devices, analyze their secrets, and look for the flaws that others miss. It's a game of patience, skill, and relentless curiosity. We know that the digital world, for all its abstraction, is ultimately built on physical circuits, tiny pathways of metal and silicon that can be manipulated, altered, or destroyed. To truly understand a system, you have to get your hands dirty. You have to probe the hardware, inspect every connection, and find the flaws that no one else sees. It's a meticulous process, but it's where the real secrets are found. In this underworld, the battle isn't fought with guns or getaway cars. It's fought with logic probes, microscopes, and the relentless drive to uncover what's hidden beneath the surface. This is the new frontier, where circuits and shadows collide. Not long ago, money laundering conjured images of briefcases stuffed with cash, secretive handshakes, and dimly lit rooms where deals were made in whispers. Criminals would physically move large sums of money, always looking over their shoulders, wary of law enforcement closing in. To hide their tracks, they set up elaborate networks of shell companies, funneled money through offshore accounts, and enlisted the help of complicit lawyers and bankers. These professionals help disguise the origins of illicit funds, making dirty money appear clean. But every transaction, every forged document left a paper trail. Law enforcement agencies could follow the money, piecing together evidence from bank records and financial statements. The arrival of the internet changed the game. Online banking made moving money faster and more convenient, but banks still acted as gatekeepers, monitoring and controlling the flow of funds. Regulations tightened. Banks were required to file suspicious activity reports, creating bottlenecks for criminals. But then a revolutionary technology emerged: cryptocurrency. Digital, decentralized, and pseudonymous, cryptocurrency broke free from the traditional banking system. It allowed anyone, anywhere, to send and receive value without relying on banks or governments. On the blockchain, every transaction is recorded and visible to all. But the people behind those transactions are hidden behind cryptographic addresses, making it difficult to link activity to real-world identities. Criminals quickly realized they could convert dirty cash into cryptocurrency, bypassing traditional financial controls and entering a new digital world. With just a few clicks, they could move money across borders in minutes, sending funds anywhere in the world while avoiding the watchful eyes of regulators and law enforcement. The focus of financial crime investigations shifted. No longer were investigators sifting through boxes of paper records. They now analyzed digital ledgers and blockchain data. The old world of bankers and accountants gave way to a new breed of tech-savvy operators, coders, hackers, and digital natives who understood the intricacies of blockchain technology. Today, money is no longer just physical bills or coins. It's information, protected not in steel vaults, but on specialized hardware, encrypted and stored in digital wallets. The greatest risk isn't being caught with a suitcase of cash, but losing access to your digital keys. Without them, fortunes can vanish in an instant, locked away forever. In this new era, hardware wallets have become the modern equivalent of a safe, guarding digital wealth in a world where the rules of money have been rewritten. The story begins with curiosity, not crime. From a young age, the Circuit Phantom was always more interested in how things worked than simply accepting them as they were. There was no desire to break the rules, only to understand the world, to see what made technology tick. As a kid, the Circuit Phantom took apart everything: radios, computers, even household gadgets, just to see what was inside. Parents would find him surrounded by screws and circuit boards, completely absorbed in the mysteries hidden beneath the surface. Every device was a puzzle waiting to be solved. That relentless curiosity led the Circuit Phantom to study electrical engineering, learning not just to take things apart, but to build and improve them. It also fostered a hacker's mindset, always questioning, always probing, always searching for the hidden layers beneath what's visible. Hardware hacking for the Circuit Phantom is about seeing beyond the plastic and metal case, about understanding the soul of the circuitry. It's about realizing that every wire, every chip, every connection tells a story. And sometimes those stories reveal secrets. Over the years, the Circuit Phantom has helped companies find flaws in their products, uncovering vulnerabilities they never knew existed. The Circuit Phantom has also recovered lost crypto fortunes, helping people regain access to millions of dollars locked away by forgotten passwords or damaged devices. No system is perfect. There's always a gap, a tiny oversight, a single point of failure that can be exploited or repaired. Vulnerabilities aren't just in software, they're deeply embedded in the hardware foundation. The chips and circuits we trust can hide flaws that software can't fix. Most people focus on firewalls, encryption, and digital defenses, thinking that's where the real danger lies. But hardware is the ultimate attack surface. If you can control the physical device, you can bypass almost any digital security. Control the hardware, and you control everything that runs on it. That's the real power and the real risk. The Circuit Phantom's work, recovering millions from lost wallets, proves that it's not magic. It's science, persistence, and a deep understanding of how things are built and how they can break. But the same skills that can recover fortunes can also be used to steal them. The line between good and bad is razor thin in this world. Physical security isn't just a theoretical concern, it's a real-world vulnerability. The stakes are massive, and the consequences of a single oversight can be life-changing, for better or for worse. For modern money launderers, hardware is the vault, courier, and getaway car. The hardware wallet, a digital safe, stores private crypto keys offline. Transactions are signed inside the device. The key never leaves. Criminals use dozens, spreading funds across wallets to minimize risk. A thumb-sized wallet can hold millions, hidden or transported easily. Flash drives store backup phrases, encrypted files, or bootable systems for anonymity. Recovery phrases can be hidden in everyday objects, adding layers of security. Even network hardware, like routers, can create hidden, anonymized networks. Plug in a pre-configured router anywhere, and you have a secure, untraceable link. These devices blend in, but are gateways to the dark web. The physical footprint of criminal wealth is now almost invisible. The best way to understand a vulnerability is to exploit it. Two men lost access to a Trezor wallet. Forgotten PIN, lost recovery seed. The manufacturer said the funds were gone forever. For me, it was a challenge. I started with the circuit board, not the code, identifying the microcontroller and memory chip. The goal, extract the encrypted private key. The chip was a fortress, but I found a weakness: fault injection. By glitching the power at the right moment, I bypassed security. Hundreds of attempts later, the chip booted unprotected. I dumped the memory, brute-forced the PIN, and recovered the funds. This proves digital asset security is only as strong as its hardware. If you can bypass hardware, encryption doesn't matter. The game is over. Once money is in crypto, criminals need to hide its origins. The blockchain is public, every transaction visible. Mixers and tumblers jumble coins, breaking the link between dirty and clean funds. Thousands send crypto in, the mixer shuffles, and clean coins come out. For investigators, the trail goes cold. Criminals use burner laptops, secure OS on USB, and public Wi-Fi routed through Tor-enabled hardware. No trace is left on the machine. Decentralized exchanges and privacy coins like Monero add more layers. Swapping coins on dexes muddies the trail further. The link to criminal origins is effectively erased. Regulators focus on banks and exchanges enforcing AML and KYC rules, but these rules only work within the system. When money moves to a private hardware wallet, it leaves their reach. No bank, no exchange, no reports, just data on a device anywhere in the world. Investigators can follow the blockchain to a wallet, but then the trail ends. Most lack the hardware skills to go further. Seized wallets are treated as black boxes, evidence lost without a PIN. Yet physical paths to the data may exist. Every tool has a dual nature. A hammer builds or breaks. Hardware skills can protect or exploit. We find flaws to help companies patch vulnerabilities and recover lost funds. But the same skills can aid criminals, breaking into wallets or designing untraceable devices. The line between security researcher and hacker is intent, not skill. Engineers must act ethically, promoting responsible disclosure. Sharing too much can harm adversaries. Secrecy can leave systems weak. It's a delicate balance. Each engineer must choose builder or breaker, protector or predator. That choice shapes the future of digital security. Financial crime evolves fast. Criminals are agile and tech-savvy. As software defenses improve, criminals retreat to hardware offline devices, encrypted drives, custom electronics. The battlefield is now physical, where few investigators can follow. Sophisticated monitoring is useless if funds are locked in a chip. Regulation means little if criminals operate peer-to-peer, hardware to hardware. Winning this war requires a paradigm shift. Invest in hardware security expertise. Build labs, train investigators, collaborate with hackers. The black box assumption is obsolete. For every new security feature, a hacker seeks a bypass. Our ability to counter hardware threats will decide the future of digital finance.